What's up in the motherfucking cup? Today we got I.Am.Max. What's poppin', bro?
What's going on? Glad
We
to
got
be
a
here.
special guest.
I'm back.
I don't know how this nigga got here.
I don't either, bro. Like, popping up like
He coming out of nowhere. We're gonna go ahead and drop those socials, bro. Go ahead, tell them where to find you.
It's like I.Am.Max _ on Instagram. It's I.Am.Max.
It's right above his head. It's right there, actually.
It is. I.Am.Max _ on Twitter. Those are like the main two ones that I really use the most, like Instagram, Twitter. I'm not on,
tweet
like, a little bit.
I need to get in a tweeting game, bro. I'll be talking that shit. Spilling.
you should, though, bro. You should spill some
I
shit
tried
all
doing
over
it.
Twitter.
I dropped like 10 spills on Twitter the other day, but I couldn't do it twice.
Yeah.
But you a producer, right, bro?
Yeah.
So how long you been producing?
Making beats for about like 10 years, give or take. Maybe a little more, a little less.
Okay, what else do you do? Jack of all trades, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh shit. I
I'm actually
write.
having bars, low key.
You be spitting?
A
Yeah.
little bit. Just,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Drop one for me. One
One.
bar that you have.
One.
Yeah.
Mm.
Your favorite bar. I know you got it in your back of your mind. Okay, not the favorite. The first one you think of.
I was born like ancestors beneath floors, dodging fluoride and gas like a massacre.
I couldn't keep up. Oh shit! Yeah, he spilled it already. 1 minute in. So wait, do you make a living off this? Off producing?
Not yet. That's the goal.
Not yet. That's the goal. Well, shit. Answering questions before I ask them. Bro. Shit. Damn. Bro.
Just like pretty much. I've been making beats since like fucking elementary, middle school. So kind of just it's been a long journey.
How old are you now?
22.
Okay, you young.
Yeah.
Why be old?
Wait, let me go back. Fuck you first off. Second off, when you asked, do you make a living off of it? Would you elaborate?
Do you bring in enough income to be able to pay your bills?
Not yet.
Not enough to pay your bills. Not some. Because some is like, you got to go an extra mile to work a job or something.
Right.
So you have a job, right?
Yeah.
Where you work?
I work at Chow, Asian street food on Liberty in Ann Arbor.
You cook?
A little bit, yeah. I do both like front and back of house. So it's like I'll work in the front sometimes, just like make people's food in front of them. And other times I'll just be in back like doing prep work and stuff.
Well, next time you see me, I'm going to be making an order.
All right. Come through.
I ain't even been yet.
Oh, you want to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a date. No homo.
It's some good shit though, honestly. Like it's good food.
Real shit?
Yeah.
What kind of food is it?
It's Asian street food. It's like Asian fusion. It's like a combination of like different like
my
sets
favorite
of,
food
like,
is actually
culture.
Japanese, bro.
We got like a little bit of Japanese. There's a lot of Korean.
How's that racist? Huh?
No.
Stop playing with me, dog. I'm like, oh shit, cut it out.
No.
So how did you first get into making beats though? Like, how does that even happen?
I was on GarageBand one day, like the Apple like application. Yeah. And that's a really good place to start if you're ever like interested in music, just like kind of just messing around with loops. That's kind of how I got into it. It was like
fucking around.
There's like kind of arranging stuff to like you can just make a beat with what they give you to work with. But then I started going into like the MIDI sections, which is like as opposed to like pre-recorded stuff. Right. There's like the places where you can actually edit the notes. And I started messing with the pre-recorded loops that they had, not recorded, but like
you just having fun,
pre-made. And I started to like try and get it to sound different. And then eventually, like by the time I was in high school, I actually bootlegged a copy of Logic Express 9.
Oh, okay.
I didn't actually.
Getting arrested, bro. Oh no, you bootleg something.
Yeah, it's like, but to be completely honest, like I bootlegged. I thought it was the full version. It was actually the light version because I didn't know how record certifications worked. So I saw the gold. I was like, oh, that's the best version. I didn't know that like platinum was not. It was like, it sounds stupid, but that's just like I did just some shit that I didn't know. So then like I found out that the full version was actually Logic Pro, not Logic Express.
So you just kept getting deeper into that shit.
I just kept
basically.
digging.
So you fell in love pretty much.
Kept going. It was like
purely
right. It was purely based on just like the love of the craft and just kind of like getting into it and wanting to learn more and just like teach oneself how to like kind of.
How did you get into like selling beats though? After making them.
That was also like right around the start of high school, and it was like there was this one dude that, and we kind of had a falling out. Just like some bullshit here and there, but there was this one guy that used to go. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, more often than not, you never know.
Yeah.
But everybody goes through that shit. Like, it's a process of trial and error. But the Neutral Zone downtown in Ann Arbor was a teen center that I used to go to. And there was this one guy that I met there that was going to the rap workshop there. And I would go to the rap workshop as well, actually.
What is that?
Kind of for fun. It was a MC workshop.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty much just a bunch of people get together, just write verses and shit. Just write into beats. It's pretty cool. And then we'd have a cypher at the end, just like freestyle. So I would go to that every now and then. I'd actually meet people that were looking for beats. So he was one of them. He would always be in that workshop. And then eventually I played him some stuff that I was working on Logic Express, and he was kind of fucking with it. I was like, all right. Eventually he actually came back and was like, I'm looking for beats for this album. And he got signed to YOR, which is like YOR's Youth Owned Records, which is the label that runs out of the Neutral Zone.
Right.
Out of the Orpheum, which is the studio, they're like in-house studio. Yeah. So like half the Neutral Zone is like the teen center, the other half is a venue.
Bro, there's a lot, bro.
Yeah, so it's like they do all kinds of shit there. It's a really good place. Like I learned a lot of stuff there. Met a lot of good people. This is one of those people that I definitely, I learned from. I don't want to say that's like a good person or bad person. I'm just gonna say I learned good things from them about like music and collaboration with artists.
Right.
But pretty much, I ended up producing his first album almost entirely, and it was
that was the first time doing that for somebody else.
Yeah, and he was one of the first people that actually like paid me for beats.
How much you make?
I made about 180.
Okay,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, nice little something.
How many beats?
Not bad. It was 7.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all. Good. Shit, I wish I could make $180.
I want to take this moment to say,
go ahead.
Ohana, sponsor a nigga. This nigga drinks shit every day. Every fucking day.
He drinks it like it's water.
Bro.
I don't understand how he does it.
Ohana. Fuck it, this Fago, right?
And
sponsor me.
It's never. I've seen. It's never full. It's always half empty.
You know what?
It's always half empty.
Drinking it.
Because he be drinking it. Yeah. Give this nigga sponsor.
I would spill it, but
it's got to go in my stomach.
My bad. Now back to the interview.
All right. You good? It's good.
Good, bro. You're good.
You're living off sugar.
Shit.
Hey, so what do you like? What do you look for? Do you have artists come to you, or do you like look for artists?
Generally, it used to be I would look for artists because I was trying to really like network and get myself out there as a producer, right? And then eventually got to the point where I started to overload myself, and I was working with too many people, and I couldn't actually give the energy that I wanted to each project that I would take on. A lot of people wouldn't even pay me, and there was a lot of like pro bono work that I would do, and then eventually it was just like I still enjoyed sharing music with people. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like when you get into the industry and shit,
do you always use every beat that you make?
No.
So
a lot of them I don't even use.
Say you made 100 beats. Out of those 100 beats, how many beats would you have like put into the music industry?
Some of them, it's like it's like, what would I compare it to? It's like it could potentially be all of them, but it depends on how much time you give it. So like some beats.
Do you have a website?
I actually I had a beat store with my co-producer.
Oh, you do?
I'm in a production group, so we started a beat store, and then that was going for a minute, and then we kind of pressed pause on that. He's got an artist that's actually going on tour this year, so he's staying back behind to kind of like help his
congratulations
dad
to him.
Yeah, congratulations.
Drop his name, bro. It
was Arjun Singh.
Congratulations,
shout out Arjun.
You feel me? Shout out.
Yeah.
Damn.
And also Hijackers Music. Shout out Hijackers Music.
Shout out. So look, if we were going to your laptop right now, how many beats would we see?
Oh. Over 1,000.
1,000? Over
1,000.
For
if I had my laptop.
When you sell a beat, do you count that? Or is he just 1,000 beats you have like a
vault? He still should count it because he made it.
Well, yeah, he made it, but you sold it.
It don't matter. Your name's still.
Your name is still on it.
His drop's still on that boy
for production, right?
Right.
But
it's a good question. Honestly, it depends on like
would you count it as part of your like catalog?
Right. I would say yes. Every beat that I make is a part of the catalog. The one and like even the ones that don't end up doing anything, because sometimes you'll make something, right, and then eventually like you'll come back to it. It could be like 3 years later, 5 years later. I remember seeing this interview with like TM88.
Yeah.
He was talking about how XO Tour Life was like a 3-year-old beat that he came back to and updated.
Really?
Yeah, he actually came back and like just rebuilt it here and there and just like
That's
sped it up
crazy.
a bit.
Yeah.
So it'll be like that. Like sometimes you'll just have a beat that it's just been
It's
like
little seeds, bro.
it's
You
just
gotta plant some shit.
I might be mumbling a little bit, but I tend to do that.
I do that shit too, bro. You good? Nah, you talking
Just
straight
like-
clear.
But yeah.
So like, what is like the creative process like? Like when you sit down and make a beat, do you just like it's time to make beats, or are you getting like a spontaneous kind of thing?
A lot of times, like I find the best way to really get into the energy that you want to have when you're trying to make something.
So yeah.
Something good.
Yeah.
Like I have this process where I'll kind of like I'll get active, right? I'll just kind of like get up, go for a walk, like go for a bike. Fuck it, I'll do whatever. Just like get physically.
I have this process where
Right.
I put my right shoe on my left foot, my left foot on my right foot, and then I walk backwards and I do 10 jumping jacks.
And then I walk forwards. I do 10
And
more
then I
jumping
hit the
jacks.
studio.
And then
That's my creative process, yo. Yeah, but like shit like that, like going on walks and shit.
yeah, it's like 4 steps.
Yeah.
So like starts with just getting physically active.
Yeah.
Then you go back, you like you kind of sit down, you listen to something that inspires you, or you just like engage with like content that inspires you. It could be music, it could be visual art. You kind of vibe with that for a second, and then once you have like your brain is moving and the vibe is like instilled in you, then you sit down and like sometimes if it's something that you're really feeling, you might get to the point where like you're kind of like you're not like biting that vibe,
right.
but it kind of works its way into what you're creating.
It's inspiration. Like
Exactly.
Everything in the world
That's
is
the
like
word.
inspiration. Like nothing is like 100% authentic.
Right. No, I've heard people say like nothing's original. You know, and I mean
technically
that could be true. At the same time, I mean you could also say that everything is unique.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it depends.
Bro.
Ooh.
God damn. This is good. You doing good, bro. All right, let's see. So like, what is the biggest project you worked on? And how did you get there?
That's a good question. Biggest in terms of like reach
To you.
or like okay, I would say
Accomplishment.
one of my mentors, this guy Jamal Bufford, part of the Athletic Mic League out of Michigan, which is a group that started in like kind of like Washtenaw County, like Detroit area. And he actually worked at the Neutral Zone. He ran the MC workshop for a number of years. And that's like one of the most probably like grounded, like down to earth people I've ever met. He's very, he just has like, there's a good energy to him, and he has a really good way of like kind of telling you what you need to hear without like, it's hard to describe, but like
Without
pretty
making
much
you feel crappy about
exactly.
it. You feel me?
Like he'll kind of like, he won't, like
it's like guidance kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a teacher.
Yeah.
And he can give you guidance without making you feel like shit.
Good fucking teachers.
That's what a good teacher does.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You went to U of M, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
So I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Mr. Cups.
No worries.
Turn that shit off.
It was a business.
it was a business notification.
I tried to have an excuse, but I know I was making excuses.
Didn't you just make a spill about excuses recently?
Nah.
You did?
That was
You
probably
should.
one of the first ones I've done is probably excuses.
Off topic, I'm sorry.
It's hard to keep track of them hoes,
Well, look,
bro.
off topic, it's this lady I work with, bro.
Yeah.
She talk about you every day because she started following you from my page.
Really?
And so she said your spills motivate her every day to the point the other day she went up on her cousin about
What's her name?
How you say it, procrastinating,
Yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
When all she went off her cousin that she seen your spill. Like, it's some bullshit.
Real shit.
Whoa.
Cause it be real, bro. What's her
It's real,
name?
bro. What's her name?
What's her name?
Alicia.
I appreciate you. I hope you watching right now. And I just want to let you know. I make a spill every day.
We're gonna make a snap forward. I got you.
Record it.
We're
Record
gonna
it.
snap forward.
Record
I got you. Hold on. My bad, Max. My bad.
Oh, you're
bro.
good. Do what you got to do.
This is a big moment. You're gonna make this woman happy, bro. Come on, fuck.
I can tell. This is special.
Alicia, we on the motherfucking set of Sedex Cup right now. And I just want to tell you that I make these spills just for you.
Just for you.
just for you to hear, just for you to be inspired. I love you. I appreciate you. Ooh, real shit. It was in the cup.
What you do? Don't you?
And I spilled that shit all over
on set, nigga. God damn it.
Real shit.
That's
That's how you know I love everybody that support me. Real shit.
All right, my bad, bro.
All right. Back to the interview.
No worries.
No, I like when that shit happens. This is my favorite question, right? Is it harder to get your name out there compared to the artists that you work with because you're working behind the scenes? And how do you feel about that?
I would say it depends on the artist that you're working with and like kind of the relationship that you have with that artist. Like in terms of like whenever I work with YB, like
shout out YB.
Yeah, it's like love, like rotation.
Right, exactly.
But some people don't do that shit.
Yeah, like not every artist that you work with is going to be looking out for you. And actually trying to like rep you at every turn.
Because it's like business.
Right, exactly. And to some people, it's like purely business. Whereas to some people, it's more of like a business relationship.
That's what it's like for me.
And right, exactly. Yeah. So like, I would say YB is probably one of the more consistent people that I've ever worked with. And then on top of that,
shout out
YB. Shout out. But then like, honestly though, like, I mean, sometimes people will be. They'll be repping you. They'll be like looking out for you and just getting your name out there. You may not even know about it. It's like there's behind the scenes. Like anything that doesn't happen when you're in the room could be considered like behind the scenes. You never know. But then honestly, a lot of the time the cameras are just playing catch up to a lot of the shit that we do. So then just like, I mean, not this camera. This is happening like right now, but
right now.
But pretty much
crazy.
It's just like. I mean, there's artists that I've worked with like that didn't pay me for shit. You know, so sometimes I've had to actually like bug them like to credit me as a producer, and that was some shit that I was just like, okay,
you deserve credit if you put work in on the art.
I feel like that's a struggle for a lot of producers, though.
It is.
When I speak with them because
it's behind the scenes. That's like literally how it looks.
Yeah, but I feel like you gotta respect your producers because without your producer, I look at the producers like we look at DJs, bro. Without a producer, you ain't got a track. Exactly. Without a DJ, your shit ain't getting played.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you gotta look out for your producers and you gotta let them know that you actually care, bro. And
care about your peoples.
It was in the cup. What we doing?
Spilled it all over.
All over.
Man. Always.
You can say it too, by the way. I just want to let you know that. Some people be afraid to say it.
Spill that shit.
Just go.
I might be missing something. Shit.
Oh, man. When you spilling shit, basically,
it's like
knowledge in the cup.
The knowledge is the yellow juice or the water.
All right.
And like,
oh shit, I got like a tiny bit left.
Yeah,
it's enough.
You got really.
I'm gonna explain it. You ready? Look, you ready?
Yeah.
Bottles have caps, right?
Right.
Cups are capless. So that don't be capping.
Hey.
Therefore, it be in the cup.
All right,
so I can spill that shit.
Hey,
like,
I like it. There you go. Where's the spill zone? Shit.
The spill zone. I actually.
I need that Gucci sponsorship too. We just throw that out there real quick. You feel me?
Why? This is the second episode you done this shit, bro.
Bro, when they sponsor it, nigga, you ain't gonna have nothing to say then.
I'll be so excited for you, bro. Trust me.
Say for yourself. I'm gonna give you some of the shit. I can't wear it all. I can't wear it all. We here together, baby. Yeah.
They're gonna be sending you shit. Well, I can't wait for the day.
That's just the third episode. Include my own.
Okay. All right,
good licks.
Oh yeah, you're right. You
Puma,
did flip.
no, Puma.
You did. Damn.
Puma, I need that sponsorship. I ain't got them on today. I got the slides on, but it's cool.
Bro, you can't tell him that, dog.
It's okay.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
I believe you. Yeah. Puma slide. All right, yo.
Next question.
How long does it take for you to make a beat? I've always wondered this because it's like I see videos. I'm pretty sure people be capping, bro, because they be like making beats in like 10 seconds, bro. But I've seen people in person make beats in like 5 minutes.
Right.
But I've seen people be like, beat. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hell no, you playing that shit. I swear to God. People be like, have you ever seen the videos on TikTok or some shit? Like, shit like that. Instagram.
I've seen like videos here and there. Sometimes people like snap edit it. Other times they'll actually do it like in real time.
Yeah.
So I feel like it depends on like what you define as like finished, right?
Right.
So for me, to like make a beat, I would say making a beat is like starting a beat to me.
Starting from the beginning.
And then you can like pick that up wherever. And once it's made, it's like it's kind of left a footprint in your catalog. So then you can go back to that and then walk it the rest of the way. Right.
Can I tell you something? You know, art is never finished.
Right.
It just stops at interesting points.
It's a stream. It just keeps on going.
It's just never done, bro. I know it's all over, dog.
You just build some more shit.
Like the song that you making, it's never done. Even the songs that you have made, they just stopped it.
I might want to put somebody on Ball Out one day.
Exactly, bro.
Damn. Good shit, bro.
Real shit.
You remember Man on the Moon?
Man on the Moon?
Cudi?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Cudi album?
The album?
There was I saw like a tweet. He said there was a song that Jay-Z was on that was unreleased. Yeah. He was saying like still want to release that shit.
Bro.
He held a Jay-Z verse from us.
Literally.
You selfish bastard.
They do that shit all the time though.
It happens.
But it's a Jay-Z verse. You can't hold that from us, bro.
I bet you that Jay-Z verse cost him.
I don't give a fuck. You gotta put it out.
Possible. You gotta have Jay-Z's blessing though.
It's whole.
Have his blessing to
That
release.
That is a blessing to have that.
If you paid for a verse from that nigga, I ain't got to have your blessing to drop it. I paid for this shit. It's mine now.
Shit,
yeah,
man.
he probably just got blessed by that.
You're right.
That's
I guess
real.
it's
like
like
me paying you for a beat to ask you, Max, when I drop the song.
Yeah, you're right.
Or
I pay for this.
Matt, but
I give you money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Drop that shit, Kid Cudi.
I mean,
Wait, fucking with you, niggas.
You never know.
It's probably out there somewhere.
It could be like the business and like the
the
business side,
politics.
and then like the actual like creation side didn't fully mesh together, and then maybe that's the reason it didn't get released. There's a lot of stuff that goes on
That could be
behind like
true.
the creation of like
Hey,
music.
do people? I know it annoys producers. So do people ever ask you, "Can I get a free beat?"
You know,
How about these people? How about these people that say they gonna pay you and they don't ever pay you, but use your beat? How you feel about that stuff?
How do you get your money?
Express
back?
yourself real quick, cause niggas need to hear this.
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
Cause there's a lot of them out here, bro. Spill that shit, bro.
honestly, like when an artist uses a beat, right, and doesn't like, and this is no disrespect to anybody that's used my beats.
Disrespect these whole ass niggas.
Why be upset?
Because I paid this nigga for all the beats out there. And I keep paying this nigga, bro.
That's true.
Matt,
To finish the sentence, no disrespect, but like disrespect where disrespect is due.
My nigga.
That's real shit.
But
my
like,
wiggle, my bad.
pretty much. I was gonna say it's just pretty much like when it comes to people like using beats and then not paying or not giving credit. If anything, you know, like everything that you do, it basically just adds to your track record as like whatever in whatever you do, whether it's music, it could be any like entertainment. It doesn't even have to be limited to like entertainment media. It could be any craft that you have,
anything in the world,
and the way that you kind of like work with other people through that, right? So like when you don't pay someone for something that they put their time into, their energy into, like those things are non-refundable, right? So then you're basically saying, like, you know, I don't really give a shit about compensating you through through the action, not with your words, because you might not even say it, but through the action of just like omitting them in the credits or like not paying them, you know, or doing both, which has happened pretty much. Like and that's like the struggle as a producer, like,
but how does that make you feel,
right?
Yeah.
And then to
that's like your money and your time.
Exactly. So I would say it kind of it's pissed me off in the past, and generally like I keep a level head about it because it doesn't bother me that much anymore because it doesn't happen as much because I'm more selective about who I give my beats to and who I give my time and energy to.
You know,
but
there's a way to get around that selectiveness, man.
But as an artist,
it's called insurance, bro. You go to the gun store and you grab some bullets and some gunpowder and a gun.
Shut up, bro. No.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you said gunpowder. I thought you were gonna say and a musket. It's like you gotta pack it.
It's like a 20% chance you actually hitting them.
But as an artist, bro, the way that they be looking at it is, and you know, I feel like it's bullshit because I'm an artist myself. You feel me? Right? Not only am I an artist, I'm a businessman. So at the end of the day, when they artists, they be looking like, well, fuck it, I'm YB. Nigga, you should be happy I'm on this beat. But in reality, nigga, you should be happy he gave you a beat, nigga. Where is the, you gotta add you get what you give out. You feel me?
Exactly. So I believe in that 100%.
Yeah.
especially when it comes to energy, the energy that you put out, that should definitely come back to you.
They do, bro.
That's why I believe karma is real.
That be bullshit.
I think
the way niggas think, be bullshit.
Yeah, they do.
Just to build on that, like the whole karma thing, right?
Yeah.
The reason I believe in karma is because like what you said, you get what you give out.
Definitely.
So the way that you impact the people around you and the energy that you give out into the world manifests through the people that receive it, or the things that you do and the way that they affect other people. And then if the things that you do are good or bad, the effect or impact that those things have ring out through the people that receive that energy. So then once that kind of plays out, it'll either come back onto you positively or negatively depending on what you gave out.
Okay, I want to stay on this real quick because I was thinking about that. Shut up, Mom. Bro. Is that 2? 2 for 1 episode? I'm trying to be serious right now.
I'm trying to be successful, Mom. Gosh.
That's nothing.
My mom. Yo, but karma. What? Stop playing with me, nigga.
I'm about to try to stop texting you in the middle of the show.
What is good or bad? Because a lot of people have different perceptions of good or bad. So karma, it's like a currency, right? And like, say, I think this cup is worth more than you think this cup is worth. But like me, say if both of us had a cup, right?
Right.
And I was giving this cup to YB. To me, that's positive energy.
Did you drink out of the cup first? If you did, I don't want it.
I did.
I don't want it.
YB, just listen. If I handed
just assume you didn't.
Me and him had
bro. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
To me, this cup is positive energy, right?
Right.
I give you this cup. Say one day you give me back the cup, bro. Hey, thank you, my. I'm taking it. Thank you, my nigga, for the cup. Now, say he gave you a cup, but to him, that cup is negative energy. From your perspective, but to you, it's still positive, right? How would that work? Because you wouldn't receive it back. To him, it'd be like he's doing you a good deed.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's deep.
That's deep as fuck.
True. Dude,
He just spilled that shit all over, man.
Ooh.
That's not the deepest shit I've ever said.
You just spilled my mind on the floor, man.
Bro, like, how do you, it's like a currency. Like, you get what you receive,
true.
Right?
Yeah, I think, like, good and bad versus, like, positive and negative. Yeah. I don't think that they're necessary. I don't know. It's like...
Because some people view things as, like, say you say something in a certain way. Some people don't see that as, like, kind or...
Right.
Or, I don't know. That
depends
crazy
on
to me. Oh, shit. Oh, that's my name, Mr. Mug, and I'm Mr. Cups.
Exactly.
He still be spilling shit.
Okay.
But he be mean mugging, and I be cupping.
Okay.
It's like me, for instance. I'm the mean one.
Yeah, he a hothead.
Man, my hair just red.
I think I'm gonna dye my hair blue.
Don't do that shit. I don't do that shit, bro.
It look from like this perspective, it almost looks like he's looking over at you, like, don't spill shit on me. Like, I'm watching. Like, don't spill that cup on me.
Stop fucking with me, no.
Yeah. This is fun, bro. Just to like finish that thought though about like the positive and the negative. I think it's like
karma.
Just to like kind of not leave it open ended. You know,
yeah,
as like a stream of thought. Just like, I think it depends on. It's not just one person, right?
Right.
You know, because that's like one interaction that you described,
exactly.
Like giving a cup to somebody, and how they perceive that is important, definitely. But then on top of that, it's also about like take that, then multiply it by like 1,000,
like like
exactly
billions, like
right.
That's what I'm saying. It's 7 billion people, bro. Everybody on this earth is.
That's how many cups you got.
Exactly.
Really though, like, say everybody had a cup. Yeah, everybody try to give somebody a cup.
Shit. I'm snatching this cup back.
You're selfish. How you take the cup back? You just
no.
This negative energy.
This is what I mean, bro. Like, how you gonna take it back, bro? What the fuck?
Damn, man.
I mean, you see how much is here? Like,
I forgot I had these.
I'm sick. I spilled my shit.
You really did.
Yeah,
I told you not to do it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it, bro.
It was for.
I'm not generally this nice, but I gotta try them, bro.
It was for a reason.
Whoa,
I gotta try them.
Starbucks are different colors.
It looks.
They'll show them that thing, even if no sponsorship.
Woo. Hey, yo, let me get a Starburst sponsorship, yo.
These the duo pack.
These the duo pack.
2 in 1.
Starburst, I ain't playing with you.
That's right. I'm tag all of them in this shit. You better hope I don't start aiming at
Hey, we gonna shoot like a million different sponsorships and throw them all out there.
That's what we, bro.
And if you shoot a million times, bro, you bound to make one. Hell yeah, you gonna make one, bro.
Shoot 1,000 shots, you make one.
And then be Puma or Gucci.
There you go. You miss every shot that you don't make.
Right.
You don't take.
My wife told me to aim for Nike, but I'm like, I don't see Nike giving out shit, but I'll shoot for them.
You gotta do something crazy to get with Nike.
I know, bro.
Them niggas be.
I gotta go dunk a basketball on my head type shit.
Now we all just eating Starburst like you kids.
But they some good.
Very good.
Yep. A story that I heard about
when I used to smoke, I used to smoke eat them.
Eminem and Fat Joe.
Eminem and Fat Joe.
So Eminem tried to give his demo to Fat Joe like several times, and he turned him down every time.
Oh, I heard about this.
He got interviewed about it years later, and he's like, "That was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made."
Fat Joe.
It was just like just writing Eminem off, and then that doesn't mean that
It's about the shit he was rapping about, right?
It might be.
Yeah.
And to me, it's more about like the perception of the person that's trying to like sell themselves and where they're at in their life and in their career, because that can be the difference between making the sale or just getting rejected again.
And so years on the road, look where he got him, It's just like
he fucking Slim Shady, man.
It's that, and then Walt Disney, he got fired from like a newspaper company about saying he had no imagination. Then Oprah Winfrey, she got fired from a television because she said she wasn't good for TV. Fuck, that happens all the time, bro.
That's true.
You gotta know your own worth and be able to like.
I can't wait to hear the stories that YB fired people.
The greatest,
you motherfuckers. So to my future employees, y'all already fired. It's like,
like the cat in the hat. You're fired.
All right, bro.
So the greatest success stories start with failure.
That's true,
bro. Some people pat failure on top of their heads, and other people make steps out of it.
That's true, bro.
That's true. This mentality is like the outlook that you have on the failure and how you like move forward from that. It was something I heard Denzel Washington saying. There's like this speech, this person that does like it's like a motivational channel.
Yeah,
and they patched together. I don't know if it was like one full speech or if it was just
different shit,
right? Just kind of like different commencement speeches like patched together, but either or, whichever. Pretty much, he's talking about failure. Like that's part of what the whole like thing that he's describing. And he said that like people will always say like make sure you have something to fall back on, right? It might be your parents, it might be people that you're friends with, family, whatever. They'll always be like. Generally, it seems like this is really common. Just like make sure you have something to fall back on. You probably hear that a lot.
Yeah,
but
I don't agree with that though.
Right. And what he said was fall forward.
Exactly.
Fall forward. And that shit stuck with me.
Say it this time for
me,
bro. Say it.
Fall forward.
No, spill that shit, bro.
Oh, shit. I thought you were saying like repeat what you just said for us.
It's recorded. Why didn't you repeat it?
He's like, I don't know, man. Where's a good place to spill?
You don't really have to spill it. It's just right there. Just say that shit. Just say that shit.
Because I have like part of me wants to like really spill it, but I'm not going to.
Oh, you can if you want. Spill that shit. Just not on my equipment.
Just hit the floor.
Okay, that's fair. Fall forward.
He didn't say it. He said fall forward.
You're supposed to say spill that shit.
Spill that shit.
The white man speaks.
Which part? I was like confused about which part you were talking about. I was like, wait, were you talking about
that shit, bro?
The same. It's the
same. Spill that shit.
All over. And then like I'm over here like not getting it. I'm trying to like you can hear the gears turning in my fucking brain. I'm trying to like figure out. Okay, wait, what did they mean?
You fucking to touch back on what we were talking about though, about falling forward. Will Smith also said it the best, bro. He was saying like everybody say you gotta have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. If you got a plan B and C, that means you ain't focusing hard enough on plan A.
Hey,
Because I mean, you putting time into B and C when you can take that into the A, bro.
I've had a lot of experience family.
True.
If you know what episode 1 was, bro, it was that fucking TV tray right there. A weak ass blue mic. That was it. And then we was just sitting there and we was just talking.
Right.
You see this fucking studio right now?
It's different,
Oh, yeah.
bro. Like,
Bro,
I see
This shit is professional.
It took a lot of family to get here, to get to this point.
Would y'all believe me?
Trial and error.
Would y'all believe me if I told y'all that before I made Detroit, I failed 3 different times on making that project?
I'll 100% believe you.
Bro,
And it
different
came out
songs,
great, bro.
different
It came
songs.
out great.
Thank you, bro.
It took a lot of failure, right?
It took a whole lot. I had to meet Max. I had to do all that, bro. It took me to meet Max.
I gotta say, actually, I shout out to fucking Wanye Overstreet, man. Because honestly, like,
Shout out.
I wouldn't have met YB if I hadn't been working with Wanye, and I got to give credit where credit's due. Because like, and I remember there was a time when we were all in the same room. He's like, "No, Max is my producer," and I thought that shit was funny. It's just like,
you can't have my producer.
Just
I was
like,
like, what?
what?
He cool though. He's straight.
Right.
So, do you ever make beats out of like everyday things?
I've thought about it.
Like I've seen people make beats out of like eating food, and then people make beats out of like razors and shit. Yeah,
Right.
that's actually like trending right now. One of these beats where like they were like eating Cheetos or some
Right.
shit. And it's
Just like make a beat out of the crunch or something. You know?
That's
true.
what I'm saying. Like, let's make this shit out.
Some people have like that. Yeah, it's just like tap shit. Actually,
Come on, Max. Spit on me, goddammit.
Oh, man. Some people have like these little mics. It's like maybe it's like a parabolic mic. I don't
A
know
ribbon.
exactly.
Ribbon
That's-
mic.
It's a ribbon mic.
I
Thanks.
take sound engineering class.
I took a sound class and I forgot a good chunk of it. So thank you for correcting me.
School's for losers.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop out. No, go to school if you can. If you really want to.
Yeah, that's
If you don't want
that's
to,
for you.
then don't.
Follow your passion, bro.
It's true.
I dropped out my junior year.
Mm.
People say I'm crazy, but it is what it is.
I think you're doing fine, YB.
I'm awesome.
There's no like right or wrong way.
You're
There's
gonna be fine too,
there's
bro.
Oh, thanks, bro.
there's the path that you take, you know, and if someone says like this is the right way or this is the wrong way, like sometimes people's 2 cents.
They wrong.
It's only worth 2
They
cents.
wrong.
So you know yourself more than anybody else.
Right.
That's true.
Exactly.
Dead ass.
Mm.
You the only person at nighttime that be closing your own eyes.
When you die alone.
Real shit.
Mm.
Sometimes. I mean, plane crashes and car
But
crashes.
you still gonna die by your damn self.
Yeah, really. In your head, you're gonna be dying by yourself.
You're like, God damn it, I'm here now.
I feel like I wouldn't be upset when I die.
Oh, I wouldn't either. I'm not.
Well, I'm gonna be.
I don't want to speak that.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I feel like, do you guys believe in like there's a set plan for you already?
Yeah.
Like you believe in like signs and shit?
I do. I believe that there's I don't think there's just one set plan though. I think there's like different like timelines like
Do you believe in time?
that you kind of
You believe time exists?
I believe time exists. But
I don't believe time exists.
I believe that the only time that does exist is right now, and the future and the present are concepts because they're both happening at the exact same time.
Right.
Whereas the moment is the thing that like tangibly we can like be in and be like, okay, we're here. Right.
I feel like a time,
From my
when you
point
put
of
a time on something, is like a pin.
view.
But like that's just like how we graph it.
Mhm.
That's how we like perceive it. But like to whatever greater being you believe in, it's like these moments, like the moment right now, is already set up.
Yeah.
Like you met him, I met him, and blah 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 happened, and then next thing you fucking know,
We're all here.
we're all here. I don't know how I came out of my mom's vagina. I don't know how these niggas got here. But we all ended up in the same spot.
Same way in a different place at a different time.
Right, exactly. But this is a moment. To me, it's not like time. It's just like a moment.
Right.
This is Youngblood Entertainment. That's what this is.
Youngblood Entertainment.
That's
Oh,
what this is, bro.
that watermark's right there.
It sure is.
Yeah, I'm gonna start putting it on the daily spills
should.
now because I edit now.
My guy.
Yeah,
You are Youngblood
Yeah.
Entertainment. now.
real shit.
I'm working with Max, but he got other things going on. But he's still like my dog. You feel me?
Getting there. I'm honestly like, I've thought
You
about
about to commit to us right here on camera, bro. Go ahead.
I've thought about
The
like
contract, right?
trying to like go for like some artist shit, you know, not just like producing, but also being an artist. That's the thing is that I've been rapping for like 8 years. I've been songwriting for about 9 years.
Do you ever like sell lyrics or anything?
Not yet, but I've thought about making reference tracks for people to sell because I know that the shit that I have is good enough. The only thing is it depends on who you're selling it to and what they're looking for.
Right. You gotta know you gotta know your market.
That's true. Always. Yeah.
My boy just made a song he trying to sell. It's called Pussy Whip. I'm not laughing. I'm being serious.
I'm laughing because it's called Pussy Whip.
He go like, she got me pussy whip. Hey, she got me pussy whip.
That's a good song because we all been there. You know?
Yeah, real talk. But he said he don't want to release it for his own self.
Oh, he just want to sell it
because he was like, I can't.
You can make a lot of money just off selling a hook.
Real shit.
If you sell it to the right
So
person.
if I catch anybody out there making that song, I'm whooping y'all ass because that's my boy shit. I just gave y'all some.
I'm gonna scribble it so you don't know what you're saying.
You feel me? Okay.
It's gonna be like
They only got a part of the recipe though.
They only got a part of the recipe.
That's very true.
He made the beat and everything.
There's a lot of puzzle pieces to a masterpiece.
Ooh, bars. Damn.
Oh.
He just spilled that shit all over her.
It's a lot of puzzle pieces to a masterpiece. That shit kind of cool.
Hey, write it down, bro.
Yeah, I said something last podcast. You know what I said?
What you said?
I said,
You don't remember?
I remember. It said, live happy to die comfortable.
I feel it.
Because I want to die. I want to die like 90 years old and just close my eyes. Done.
I don't want to be here that long.
I do.
So much. I got kids now.
I want to see. I want to see what happens after like my.
I'm trying to see the flying space cars and shit.
That shit's gonna be happening. That shit is gonna be happening when we're old.
You see that?
You see that one Tesla car, yo?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Which one? The bulletproof one?
It's like a titanium. I don't even know what the fuck that thing is.
You know,
see
Tesla
that?
cars, you can summon that bitch too. You be at the mall, you hit the summon.
Like the Batmobile?
I swear to God, it pull out the parking spot and come to where you are.
That's hard.
I swear, bro. This shit. I was at work, bro, at the Graduate, bro. The guy was like, "You ain't gotta get in my car. Just stand in front of it and hit summon." I did that bitch, bro. That bitch started pulling forward. I said, "Where the driver at? Who in that bitch? Quit playing with me, bro." It wasn't nobody in there.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You ever be
But imagine just me like, and your car pull up.
Your car know your clap.
You ever be in the car and like you'll be driving by or like you're a passenger. Either way, you're in the car and you're going past another car and you can't see who's driving. It looks like there's no one in the front seat.
Mm-hmm.
I used to that happened to me a couple times, and I'd be like, "Is there a ghost driving that car?"
Bro.
Yeah,
but that happens now.
But I feel like it's just like
exactly
a white girl.
Those cars. Exactly.
Every Tesla comes with one ghost.
What?
Every Tesla comes with
one
ghost.
What does that mean?
It comes with the ghost.
Drive that bitch when you ain't in it.
The ghost operates the car.
Bro, all I know is I can't wait to have my Batmobile. I just want my Batmobile, dog.
You could get one of those Teslas and just like trick it out, turn it into
bro,
a
they got a
Batmobile.
bulletproof one right now.
Bro, imagine like jumping off a building and your car's supposed to catch you.
I was just watching this shit on YouTube. My man was popping at that bitch and it was bulletproof.
They do not need to make bulletproof cars.
Yes, they do.
Terrorism is already enough.
I need one.
They were on stage though.
You know what you can do with a bulletproof car, bro?
I can do a whole lot. That's why I want it.
You can pull up on anybody, anywhere.
Oh yeah, no, let me roll my window up, nigga.
You see that
window up? It's a wrap.
There's this clip where they're on stage, they're like testing the windows. He threw something at one of the windows, and it left like it like smashed the window. It didn't break it. It didn't go through, but it smashed the window.
I'm surprised it didn't grow.
Right.
Hey, y'all ever watch Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah, that was shit.
Hey, I remember that nigga was talking about people
Tesla too. By the way, Tesla sponsor us.
All right, he was talking about people in Brooklyn when they be stealing shit out of cars, carjacking. He said, "Oh, a brick," and there was a brick in the car. He smashed the window with a brick.
Took a brick out.
He took a brick out of the car.
He had two bricks.
A brick.
Oh.
Oh, nah. My school books. I learned that people will break into a car to steal anything. God. Ooh, look, a brick.
Bro, that's hilarious, bro. What is wrong with people, dog?
If they like tried opening the door and it actually was unlocked, the then they took the brick out, closed the door, and then smashed the window. That's like
how bad do you want that brick?
Exactly.
They want the brick more than they want
Literally. I couldn't imagine living back then though, because people be taking like your tires and shit. Like,
maybe it's
They still do. Nigga.
they still do that, but not as often.
Oh no! You ever come
Thank
outside and your car sitting on 4 bricks?
Oh, fucking cinder blocks! I'll
Bro,
be damn.
Oh my god! You know, I grew up in Detroit, so I seen that shit coming up as a kid, bro. Like you would
Really?
literally be walking home from school,
That is
and you just see somebody's car sitting on bricks, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
That happens. It's normal. Well, it's not normal, but it's normal.
It's not normal. You ever see people cipher gas?
Yeah, my stepdad used to do that shit. Yeah, like, cause he used to rebuild BMWs, and so actually one of my first cars was a BMW, bro.
You gotta swallow gas to do that,
And,
bro.
he was in there.
That is disgusting, bro.
I be like, that is disgusting. And then he, I don't know where he gonna light a cigarette. I'm like, bro, you're gonna blow up.
You gotta like get some fucking mouthwash.
Yeah, exactly.
He said you're gonna blow up.
He be like, damn, that shit was stressful. Like, nigga.
He said you're gonna blow up. Imagine just like it
His
just
whole
combust.
It'd be like a cartoon where like he'll light the cigarette and then like the top of his head will just go.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, we used to laugh at Tom and Jerry all the time.
Tom and Jerry was so crazy. Bro.
I didn't like it when I was a kid.
Another one, my daughter, I love it.
Huh?
My daughter be trying to watch that shit. I'm like, baby girl, you can't watch this.
It's bad, low key.
It's too crazy.
It's
Go
too
ahead.
much.
Let's get back to the questions, bro.
I ain't think I got any more questions. I'm enjoying the podcast how it's going right now.
I feel you.
That's how I like it to start off with questions and it always turn into like something else.
Conversation.
Yeah, it turns into a normal conversation. Yeah. But I think we learned enough about you. Oh, I got one more question actually. What motivates you to make more and more beats? Is it the love, the money, the collaborations, etc., etc., etc.?
What is it?
What's the motivation, bro?
Above all else, I think first it's probably like 3 things. First, it's the love. It's the love of the craft. It's the love of what you're doing, what you're creating. Second, it's the collaborations with the people and the things that you create with other people. Because like you create things with other people 9 times out of 10, at least maybe 9.5, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like you get the idea. You'll create things with other people you would never be able to create, just by yourself. And
True. Real shit.
Kind of ties into what what we were saying about like the artist and the producer. Like they can't create the finished product without coming together to collaborate.
Right.
So it's the love, the collaboration, and honestly, I would say that the third thing is the chance to just like get up every day and do it again and grow.
Oh shit! It's just
like
growing. That last one got me, man. Yeah, clap for this man. Shit hit me in my heart, man. It was in the cup.
He just spilled that shit
all over.
There we go. And one more thing I want to say before we departure.
We got 5
a lot of people, when it comes to making projects, everybody put out their mixtapes, their projects, but they feel to mention is that it takes a team to create that shit, bro.
It does. Michael Jordan did not ball out by himself,
but they don't give these niggas the credit. Just like, for instance, they don't give Michael Jordan team the credit they deserve.
They don't.
They just give it to MJ, and I look at that as artistry as well. They only get like, for instance, people see my project, they only give me the credit. But I always tell people like, no, it took like 3 other people for me to get this shit out. So shout out my nigga Rico, that's my engineer.
Right.
My nigga Max, he made the beats.
Shout out
my nigga Max. Shout out
it's
my nigga Philly. He made the cover art.
You need a team, bro.
You gotta have a team, bro. So
it's like a Power Ranger suit. Like there's the head.
And you gotta have all 5 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you have all 5 niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know
Saba?
Pivot Gang out of Chicago?
Yeah. Saba Baby?
Works with
you said Saba. You said Saba. Did you call that nigga Saba?
That's what I thought you said, Saba.
No, so that's what you think white people call him? You think white people call him Saba?
That's what I'm like, Saba.
You are racist, bro.
Bro, shut up.
You are racist, dog.
You turned it into something else.
There's a 1 letter difference there, so I mean.
Yeah. They're both what are they called? Buzz and Duz.
JK, by the way. I gotta throw that out there. People take shit too serious.
Yeah, they do. I don't give a fuck up.
Motherfuckers.
All right. Return to what you were saying.
Yes. Saba.
It was they released the Pivot Gang released a compilation album called "You Can't Sit With Us," and not only was that shit dope, but there was one line, and I think it was one of the first songs maybe it was one of the first videos I saw, or maybe it was one of the first songs that they dropped from the album.
Right.
Maybe it was both, but he said you can't do this shit alone. You need a crew.
Yeah,
That's true.
And so it's very true.
It's true. It's all about finding your crew, bro. Finding where you belong.
One more thing to like expand on that. I don't want to take too much time.
No, you good. We're running. We got room.
You know how talking about like collaboration with artists and shit, like all that. You know Quincy Jones, right?
No.
He produced Thriller.
Yeah.
So if Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones, you know, solely talking about like the music aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they hadn't come together, you know,
there would be no Thriller.
There would be no Thriller.
Thrillers. Oh my God.
Right.
That's legendary. This is Thriller. It takes a team to make something like that.
You know that Michael Jackson used one of these mics, bro, to make.
That's?
I swear to God, that's why I let it.
Have y'all? Have you ever heard a Michael Jackson track without the beat?
No.
And like just vocals?
I bet it sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing, but there's hella bleeding through his headphones. Real shit.
Oh, you talking about from the music?
From that nigga jamming the fuck out. Imagine, picture like Michael Jackson in the studio. Mm-hmm. Like, just imagine what that's like.
Bro, I wish I could have made a song with MJ. You know, the last person to collaborate with MJ was Akon.
That was the last person?
They song "Hold My Hand" was Michael Jackson's last song. Damn. He did.
I just watched on Instagram Michael Jackson's debut to the moonwalk. Mm-hmm. The first time he ever done it. Yeah. And that was like his separation from like the 5 Jacksons. Right? That shit was crazy.
You know he learned that from a man on the streets.
Really?
You didn't know that? Look, I can educate you about MJ. That's my guy, bro.
Oh shit.
That's my uncle. Y'all didn't know? Can't y'all see there's like my nose come off? Say no.
I love you, MJ. You capping, nigga. If your uncle was MJ, we would be on right now.
We would have been on.
Yeah, literally.
You know about Dolomite?
Dolomite, no. Who's that?
He's widely considered like the godfather of rap. Like before, he was doing like there's actually it's a biopic on Netflix starring Eddie Murphy, right? It's also got Keegan-Michael Key, Mike Epps is in it.
Nigga's hilarious.
T.I.'s got a cameo in it.
Oh shit!
The cast is phenomenal. Honestly, I definitely recommend it. Yeah. It's called Dolomite Is My Name. And
Dolomite.
It's excellent. It came out this year, but it's just it kind of goes through like his failures, his successes, and you know he actually started like he was kind of doing like an act. He was doing like I think he was doing like stand up, and then eventually. It just wasn't getting a response. You know, it wasn't getting like the reciprocation that he was looking for. And then there was a time when there's a point in the movie where he's talking to like guys on the street and just kind of like going back and forth, and he'll hear them kind of like they're kind of like spitting some game a little bit and just talking and like rhyming and shit. Yeah. And then what he does is he gets like a recorder and he's just handing out bills and just like everyone's going around.
Wow.
And he starts like creating material. It's like partially based on, partially like drawn from these recordings.
He was making raps.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. And he goes on to do the same like segment.
That is crazy.
Set.
Yeah.
And the guy, shit, I recognize him, but I don't remember.
It's all right.
For the life of me, but like, I mean, he's like everybody in that movie did their thing. They killed it. But, like,
that's cold. That nigga invented rap.
The guy's like,
basically,
he tells him, "I've got some new material." He's like, "No, just do what you normally do." And he goes on stage and he does this new shit, and everybody's just like laughing and they're enjoying it. And then he's off in the background. He's kind of like,
he mixed the fuck out that shit.
Yeah.
That's the beginning.
Damn.
But, that's what's up, bro. You just spilled some shit.
Bro, ain't nobody know that. It was all over. All right. I'm going to start wrapping this shit up. Drop your socials one more time. Drop your socials.
I.Am.Max _ on IG, and then on Twitter, it's just I.Am.Max altogether _ twice.
Yeah.
I got enough followers. So I'm not just playing. You can have enough.
You never have enough.
You gotta start somewhere.
Hey, man. What is my name on? EastSide _ YB. You feel me? Because I'm from the East Side and my name is YB.
Ain't there a period in it?
No. EastSide _ YB.
Well, you know where you can find your boy.
Where we can find your cups.
Your boy. All right. Sedex, SEDECKS _ cup.
It's right here in front of my face.
Right there. It's on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. About to be LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Check me out.
And we everywhere.
Everything.
Everywhere.
Hey, this is brought to you by Youngblood Entertainment.
Damn right.
Thank you for having me on the podcast. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for coming, big dog.
Honestly,
we got to do the outro. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Yes, sir. Let's get up out of here. Keep spilling that all over.